This is Woodridge, located approximately 25 miles west of downtown Chicago. We sit close to Route 53 and I-55, with easy access to 355. Incorporated in 1959, with less than 500 residents, we are home to over 34,000 today, and growing. What was once a wooded area of high ground overlooking the DuPage River's East Branch is now the heart of commerce in the western suburbs, the perfect place for business and families.
We got a great piece of advice when we were first planning our business that when you're looking for a spot, don't look for a town that will let you be there, look for a town that wants you there. And when we connected with Woodridge, we knew right away that this was the spot. Everybody from the very beginning has been so helpful. It's been great.
We take pride in our fiscal responsibility, allowing us to invest millions of dollars throughout the village, including storm sewer and water main improvements, roadway rehabilitation, and the addition of 400 trees in our parkways.
Eaton is 100 years on the New York Stock Exchange this year. So moving to Woodridge was important for us from a couple of perspectives. One, retention of current employees, but also gave us great access to interstates, access to airports, and access to a larger labor pool than we had in the city of Chicago. It really fit a lot of our needs for the business going forward.
We provide a variety of living spaces. Over the past 2 years, the village has continued to expand the housing choices available to all those who call Woodridge home.
Actually, before I even opened, I had multiple people from the community that were rooting for me. That is just something special that I don't know you can get anywhere else. And as soon as my first day, we had patients that came in that said they were waiting for us. So I feel like that is something special just because of where we are.
You want options? Oh, we have options. With highly rated school districts, exceptional quality of life, an amazing array of local amenities, and restaurants to wow clients, or relax at the end of a business day. Like we said, this is Woodridge.
One of the most important things for us when we were looking for a facility and what we ultimately found in Woodridge was the willingness to work with us to develop the different licensing and the different things that we needed to be able to both produce beer and sell beer here. The other thing is just the fact that it has a community feel to it. That was really something that is a big part of our brand, and so that resonated with us in a big way.
Looking for the best place for a startup? Or in the need to relocate? You don't need to look any further. In the past 2 years, the village has welcomed 51 new businesses.
So I actually grew up not too far from here, going to the theater, going to the ice rink, going to the different businesses that were here. So I have an affinity to this area, and it led me to opening here.
If I were going to talk to someone about why Woodridge, I would say it's been a great place for us to do business. We've been here a short time, but the village of Woodridge has welcomed us, and I think that's important for someone who's considering to do business here.
Even through our worst moments, there is strength in our community. From the pandemic, where we supported businesses with extensions of all business license renewals, prorated business license fees, temporary outdoor dining permits, grants for restaurants with expenses related to COVID-19, and a food drive for our families throughout the community.
During COVID, was a very scary time for small businesses, as well as everybody, of course. And so in addition to dealing with a pandemic, which none of us had ever gone through before, there are also regulations and mandates that were changing on a daily basis. And meanwhile, our sales were obviously in the gutter. And so it was so important to us and so valuable to us, the ways in which the village communicated with us regularly to help us understand what was going on, both from a health safety perspective, as well as helping us understand what financial assistance programs were available, some of which were made specifically available at the local level. And without that financial relief, I don't honestly know if I could tell you that I'd be standing here talking.
To the unthinkable, a tornado, which damaged nearly 600 properties in its path, of which 24 families remain out of their homes today. We are supporting these families through their difficult time, and our community continues to come together, remaining strong.
We had just finished our expansion 8 weeks prior to the tornado, so obviously it was pretty devastating when that came through and sort of wrecked everything we had just completed. Immediately following it, we weren't sure if we were going to be able to be back in this space. That was one of the biggest challenges, was trying to find another place that was as great as this facility in Woodridge.
We are positioned for the future with our new police facility, which started construction in May of 2022 and expected to be completed this fall. We're home to sustainable manufacturing companies like Eaton Corporation, who are embracing new technologies.
So we are really happy to be part of this community. I've already had a great experience just interacting with the village. Eaton really strives ourselves in being good corporate citizens, good active stewards of the environment. One example that we have slated to get done by 2024 is going zero waste to landfill. Other things we're looking to do, and actually this year, installing electric vehicle charging. We want to make a difference of where we live and where we work. And so we really look forward to further engaging with the village.
Plus, retail companies such as Kohl's and Target, who added 2,700 solar panel systems. Some organizations like the Girl Scouts, who welcome over 2,000 scouts every year, have grown with us from the beginning.
The history of this location is the Girl Scout camp has been here for about 65 years. It goes all the way back to the Green family, which was from the area. And Camp Greenwood is the only camp for Greater Chicago and Northwest Indiana that has an office building on location. And it's an extension of the parks, the green space in Woodridge. And we just get to have another little piece of that out here for Girl Scouts.
And existing organizations are continuing to stay and expand, such as Guiding Light Academy, who relocated in the village in 2021.
The owners and a core group of administrators and other classroom team members had a vision of creating a space for children with intellectual and therapeutic needs. And so they came up with the idea of developing a therapeutic day school for children with autism. Guiding Light Academy started as Guiding Light Autism Center, and we have grown so much. So instead of just serving scholars with autism, there is a number of disabilities that are being serviced here. We have established really good relationships with the local community partners such as the fire department, police department, the library, the post office. So our scholars did one year go and sing Christmas carols to the police officers just to surprise them and thank them for everything that they've done for us. So because we have great relationships here and we feel like we were really warmly welcomed, we wanted to continue to stay here.
We are continuing to evolve as more businesses expand around us and leave their footprint in the community. This is Woodridge.
I'm Glenn Hefflinger with Eaton, and this is Woodridge.
I am Maria Hammond at Camp Greenwood, and this is Woodridge.
I'm Emily Slayton, and this is Woodridge.
I'm Jessica Myroff with Eaton, and this is Woodridge.
This is Woodridge.